Hello, Musto0063 back for I Want to Be the Galaxy Part 11. Last time I completed the Sky Planet, completed the little puzzle world, and we are into our final area. So, yeah, let's just get on with it. As you can put, or pre-final area, sorry. As you can kind of imagine, for a pre-final area, we are pretty much going to be using pretty much all the, all the upgrades and everything that we're going to do, and all that we've been collecting along the way. I need to shoot this first. That didn't work. Thank you. Oh no. Why? What? I'm not quite sure what happened there with the shooting here. It seemed very finicky, but anyway, let's reset all that. Yeah, we're going to pretty much be using all the kind of gimmicks and all the things we've learned, throughout the rest of the game. And I think it's kind of good for a final area, that it does that. So yeah, what I did there was obviously you can see these arrows there that I shot the projectile at it with a waterfall here, which can kind of catch you off guard. Remember that from the very first area, Nature Planet, where my jump kind of gets screwed. So I have to kind of like jump up in the area where the red blocks would appear, and then quickly move to the right, hopefully being high enough up that so that I can then kind of land on these blocks when the bullet hits the blue-red block switcher. So yeah, there's a treasure chest over there to the top left, so let's get that. In fact, what I'm going to do is, to make life a little bit easier for myself, is I'm going to switch to this item, and save, and then we'll progress. So I'm going to hit this, use of the sphere, up here, whoops. In fact, I actually think I can do it this go. No, I can't do it this go, but I'm going to have to reset it because the blocks are not in a nice position. So I'm actually going to have to reset there in order to do it. But at least I'm going to show that off as well. So yeah, you would have to, if you were going to go for this secret, you would actually have to reset in order to actually get it. Because what I need to do is push this block down here, and I need it to land on that block so that I can create, as you can probably kind of appreciate, a little bit of kind of a set of stepping stones in order to actually make it over to that area. I'm going to need the help of both these blocks in order to get some additional height and indeed distance in order to make it. So yeah, just kind of like push the blocks along. Be careful not to let any one of the two blocks fall off the side. In fact, so you don't need to be absolutely like massively over to the left there. You can clearly see they don't have to be really hanging all the way over to the left. You can still comfortably do it. If they're somewhat still hanging on the edge of the platform. And yeah, just in case I mess up, I am going to actually save there, so that if I unfortunately screw this up, I will have to do this again anyway. But since I couldn't actually reset the damn thing, I'm going to push. What am I going to do here? I could actually be in trouble. Depends where this lands. Okay, and now I can shuffle this. I could still do this, but yeah, obviously I couldn't just press R and reset. Otherwise, I'd have lost my rupee or whatever it was I got. So yeah, get these out of the way. Hopefully, don't screw this up. So it's just the same as before. And that always makes me really nervous, but yeah, we're done. Wonderful. Okay, and we can progress. And this is something that I kind of skated over before. He did appear. Whoops, I might have made a bit of a mess of that. I might still be okay. Might still be okay. I think I am okay, provided I can hurry up. Because yeah, you're going to put a spike there and make that impossible. But yeah, can still kind of get through, even though I messed up on one of the timings there, and actually in order to get up. But yeah, we're going to make this is the Dark Kid. So we saw him briefly. Actually, let me just point something out here. Note the height of this switcher here. It's going to be important on this screen. But yeah, the Dark Kid kind of is an interesting kind of gimmick that we'll kind of see really come to fruition in the absolute final area. But he's going to pop up every now and again in this pre-final area to really ruin our day. As you see here now, I actually didn't get an option to come out and go back to the main hub there or anything. So yeah, we're actually going to have to do this bit without after collecting that star. We're actually going to have to do this bit with all in one go. Now there are two ways in which you could kind of do this. One of them, you could muck around here. So doing this, I'm actually not going to get all the way there, but you could set off the orb so that it hits that, because I'm obviously going to need the blue spikes down there to be off. But what you can also do is appreciate the height of that switcher on the previous screen. So you can make life a little bit easier for yourself by just shooting through off the screen, and it'll hit the blue-red switch changer on the previous screen, and it's a nice little shortcut. Not that doing it the other way is especially difficult or anything, but yeah, that's a nice little shortcut. And we've still kind of got these, still kind of going through the bugger, blue-red block kind of switching puzzle area. Bounce on the bullet bills, obviously. Make sure you hit this before you land here. Goes without saying. And for this bit, we're going to want to chase these blue ones through because, yeah, if we hit the red ones, as you can see here, I can obviously do it safely once I'm past. Then, yeah, if we either didn't catch up to the blue ones, then we wouldn't be able to get through. Equally, if we were too slow, having caught up with the blue ones, we hit the red icons. They'd obviously then turn solid, and again, we still couldn't get through. So, yeah, just make sure you catch up with the blue one and then keep going, so that you actually don't get caught up by the red one. Do I need that? I also need bombs, so I might as well get that set up right now. And I'm switching to the ice gun because that's going to make my life a lot easier on this screen. And this is probably one of the most... Oh, I didn't save it, did I? So I haven't got the friggin' ice gun put on. See, done it again, and I haven't got the bombs, so yeah, again, there we go. Always try and save when you change weapons. Gugh. Anyway, hit that save. Yeah, these are probably some of the most annoying secrets to get because maybe that's dreadful. Getting the star actually isn't necessarily the hard bit. It's actually getting out that's the tricky bit. There's a jump kind of to get out from here that I don't particularly like. There's also a bit of careful manoeuvring required in order to do that because the sodding red arrow, back arrow, whatever it is, sends you flying, and of course you've got a tiny little gap there in between those two black spikes to fit. So yeah, it can be a bit of a pain getting the positioning right on that. And as you've clearly seen, the spike I just died to, yeah, that's kind of an irritating jump for me as well. So yeah, don't expect me to not die to that over and over again, but we might not actually have to, provided I don't make the ultimate pig's ear of all pig's ears. Are you kidding me? I got through the gap. I put my ice platform in the right place. See what I mean with that jump? And then I don't even know what I did. Honest to God, I don't even know what I was actually trying to do there. I think, funnily enough, the ice platform wasn't exactly right where I wanted it. Not that that's any excuse for the colossal mess up I made, but oh well, it didn't take too long to do it again, so yay, oh fine. Enjoyed my clumsiness and we'll leave it at that. And for this treasure chest, you can clearly see, well hopefully you can anyway, if I don't put the bomb down at the moment, there's a door there, so we're going to put the bomb down on the switch and we're going to rush to the other side. And you've got to be bloody quick here, by the way, in order to make this. Too slow. And yeah, obviously we're going to have to race it back before the bomb explodes and the gate closes again. And of course, in doing so, I'm going to not that getting back up to the save on the right hand side is that bad. In fact, that seemed a lot more lenient than I remember it being. Wow, okay, maybe I've just improved in my platforming and gaming abilities. I don't know, but yeah, I'm certainly going to hit this save rather than muck around on the right hand side. Because, yeah, that's liable to happen, and I certainly don't want to do that secret all over again. So, yeah, since we're back on the left-hand side anyway, I suppose it certainly makes sense just to hit the save, but, yeah. Okay, we're done, we're out. Those two secrets didn't take too long, and I am happy. What do I need for this? I need bombs and crosshairs, but since I'm going to need bombs first off anyway, I don't want the ice gun, though, so we'll switch off of that. And I think I've turned autofire off, so I want autofire on, thank you. Good, right, good. Yeah, vines from the jungle area, so you can kind of see what we're going to need to do here. I don't think that's far enough over to the right, which is a bit annoying. Oh well, it just was. Lucky me. So yeah, we're going to blow up that area there. We're going to be strategic with these crosshairs. I'm going to be very careful here, so that I only hit the one block that I want to. Because the barrel doesn't go at an angle where I can immediately go up and get the treasure chest. So what I do not want to do is destroy all those blocks. So if I do that, I've got rid of a platform where I could clearly stand and actually get it. So all I have to do now is just not be stupid. And we're good. Okay, so I don't want the crosshairs anymore, I want the bombs. And I shall save again. So, put a bomb down over there, get this block right on the edge. Oh god, that was close. Don't lose a double jump, get over there quick, and then when you get on here, quickly get out of the way because the sodding Goomba will shoot at you. So yeah, be quick and react to that, and yeah, it's not too bad, you do have a bit of time, but yeah, if you're not expecting it, it can be a bit of a pain. I'm going to make life a little bit easier for myself by doing this first. It doesn't really matter which order you do this, so what I'm doing here, as you can maybe see on the right hand side, I'm going to need the use of this block in order to get a little bit of extra height, so I am just feathering it off the edge here so that I have enough room on the left hand side in order to actually push it back to the right in order to get that additional distance. But yeah, and what I'm going to do here, careful for the sodding spike ball, is I'm going to set this platform down at the bottom so I can push this block up in the spike area down onto the block so that I again gain some extra whoa! Yeah, I can gain some extra distance to the right in order to make this jump a bit easier. And so you can do either of those two things in either order, but I think just probably doing the right hand, or going over and setting up this block first just works slightly better with terms of the bullet bills and the platform in order to get back nicer. So yeah, but you can do it either way. There's no, it's dealer's choice. So now we're introduced to these platforms that when you step on them, you only have that many number of jumps before they. Hang on a minute. What do I want to do with this? I actually want to do. No, I do want to push that over to the right. Yes, sorry, I'm forgetting what I need to do. Yeah, so you get the number of... I screwed that up. Yay! You get the number of possible of jumps available. That's bad. Now I'm going to have to muck around a bit more with this one. Yeah, before the platform explodes. So obviously they say 1, so we are able to step on it once before it explodes, and then we can obviously, it's no longer there for us to use. So in order to get this star, I'm going to have to push that. In order to get over to the right hand side initially, I have to push a block down where I'm standing on it now, and then push this block over to the right. Be mindful of the spike on the floor. So we can get up here. Make sure we can actually get back. Hit this block switch changer. So that now, well, be careful of the spike. I nearly forgot my own words. Easy to forget that. So yeah, make the blue blocks solid so that we can now push this block over to the left, again in order to gain some additional distance so that we can actually reach up and get the star. I do kind of find this puzzling kind of it's very kind of puzzle gimmick heavy, and that's really nice to me. I do like the as I said right at the beginning, the puzzle gimmick adventure type games a lot. So yeah, this game certainly speaks to all my kind of like desirable qualities in a game. Unfortunately, because we had to push the block down there, we've now got no means of getting up to the right, so I do have to do this again. But it's not that much of a hardship. Yeah, I will leave this block here this time, so I can just do this a bit quicker. Yeah, that was much quicker, wasn't it? Of course, this time I don't need to be careful about the bridge up the top there. All I've got to do, yeah, before I had to be a bit strategic in order to leave certain blocks. Again, there are so many different patterns of blocks I could have left in order to get back, but now since I don't have to get back, I don't care. I could just walk straight away over it, and yeah, that's about all as much as needs to be done. And now we're into the Sky Planet fruit shooting gimmicks. And I'm also going to need the shield, so that was poor. Actually, I'm not going to need a shield because it's going in the direction, the platform's going in the direction I need to anyway. So, yeah, wow. I do not want it to go that... Oh, it goes off the screen. All right, fine. I will rapid fire it then. Might as well get it out of the way quicker. I do not want to auto-fire this one. I could turn auto-fire off, but what the hell, let's just see if I can... For starters, get up on the bloody edge of the ledge. Yeah, just shoot one, and I wasn't quick enough. Blair. I think you can actually take a shortcut here, because you can actually set the fruit at the bottom, funnily enough, to go diagonally up to hit the block that's over on the right-hand side, but it's a bit of a palaver to set up, so yeah, I can't be bothered with it. So, in fact, I was doing that wrong before. So that was the way that I should have done it the first time. Obviously not that way exactly, because I screwed up. But, yeah, that's the way that would get me a bit of extra time. So, one shot. No, I hit it twice. You know what? Fine, I will turn auto-fire off. I've had enough of looking like an idiot. So I will turn auto-fire off. Now I cannot possibly accidentally shoot that thing unless I press the button twice, shoot it more than once, i.e. too quickly that I won't be able to catch up. So, yeah. Obviously you can clearly see that you have to race it over here. And yeah, be prepared when it gets over and the block gets destroyed. And watch out for that. Really, really annoying little trigger, that. Okay, let's turn that back. Also fire back on and get the bombs. I already had bombs on, I just took them off. Oh dear. Right, anyway, this star is probably one of the easiest to get. It feels like you don't really need to do anything additional to get it. Provided you can get, position yourself well down that kind of a drop area, then yeah, it's pretty much no trouble. But yeah, I don't feel like you need to do anything extra to get this one. There's certainly no additional setup or anything. You're pretty much clearing the screen, so I don't have to reset the screen or anything like that in order to actually clear it. I can just progress on as I would normally. So yeah, definitely think it's one of the easier ones to get. Use the crosshairs to blow up these blocks, but of course be quick on the final one. Ugh, very annoying. Yeah, you can obviously clearly see what we're going to have to use. We're going to have a block at the end there. Guess what you could also do? No, let's not do that. Stop it! I need the crosshairs. Jesus. Right. Crosshairs up. Shoot. I was a bit slow, I think, on getting round here. So yeah, let's just try and obviously. That should do the trick. What? Why is it not exploding? Thank you. Yeah, I was a bit slow there on the uptake. I think I might be a bit slow there as well. I think I need to do that in one go. So, yeah, I think I need to, yeah, not muck around quite so much there. Need to be a bit quicker. Okay, so it must. Does it have to be the middle of the platform, or what? I don't quite know where the... I mean, clearly it does blow up if I shoot it. I'm not quite sure where the trigger point is, though. Yeah, fine. And screw up the cliff jump, because there has to be a cliff jump at the end of it all. Yay! But at least I've got the... at least I have the requisite speed in order to get through now. Although it is risky. I'd really like to not have to do that, if at all possible. Because making that manoeuvre in one go is, yeah, a lot more difficult. But oh well, it's done. And now we come to perhaps one of the most annoying secrets of the lot. It should be pretty clear where it is. What? Again, wonderful. Let's save. So it's there. Yeah, if you look to the right, you can kind of see a discoloured area. Oh. And yeah, I actually, wow. This one took probably took the most time to get, just because not only is it a pain in the neck to pull off this first jump to get over there, to get over this spike sometimes, but hitting the fruits just slowly enough so that you can so that it doesn't go too fast, that you then get caught. So I'm going to turn off auto fire. Hopefully that'll help. But yeah, shooting the fruit just a tiny amount, and then jumping over it, and then getting out is a pain in the neck. I never quite know what the best strategy is to get out of here, because where do you position the fruit? Do you stop it? Do you... yeah, what do you do here? Do you go under the thing? Maybe that's the best thing, but still, that looks kind of tight. Do you go over it? Which is, again, that little bloody mini spike that's popping out is a pain there. So, yeah, unfortunately, just getting the secret is only half the battle. Getting out again is unfortunately also a little bit of a pain. And I must admit, I'm really not sure what the best thing to do is here. I mean, something like that would be perfect, you know. So, you know, I'll take that. But, Yeah, I think I clearly had the right idea that first time then, but just poor execution on my part. I'm sure you can jump over that fruit, but let's not try it. Let's not try it. Let's try and just shoot the thing and make life a little bit easier for myself. Why is it not shooting? Thank you. And we'll stop it just so I don't end up getting stuffed on the way back. I don't care about that one. Set this one off slowly. And get through. Yay. Oh, it's about 20 minutes, but I think we're pretty close to the end. So why not? Let's go back and set this up properly. I want it about there. That should probably do the trick. Yeah, I think we're pretty close to the end. So yeah, let's progress on and maybe not. Yeah, let's just progress on and see if we can't finish. See if we can't finish this area. Oh, whoops! I'm holding down the. Apparently, you can't. Wow, dreadful! Apparently, you can't hold the a button down and yeah, it's in the wrong position, isn't it? Wonderful. The second shoot button down and shoot as well. So yeah. Anyway. If I don't mess this up, it won't make any difference. I need a shield now, so let's not even attempt this jump without the shield on. That would be dreadful. I've just clearly glitched through the wall there. That... not happy with that. Now I've not got any gun on at all. Not happy with that. That seemed rather cheap. I don't think I should have glitched through the wall there. That was annoying, to say the least. Because this, yeah, that bit there is, in fact, that whole little tiny bit there, just to get down through to the platform in the first place, is not the most straightforward thing. By the way, you can fall through the corner there, but I don't fancy my chances of making that jump. I mean, I clearly can. I know I could do it, but I think going the long way round is just ultimately is going to end up being quicker anyway. Loss of double jump, terrific. Yeah, I think there's only really one more. I think it's actually 2 screens after this, but I'd only really probably count 1. Although if I now die on the last screen, or the screen just before what I think is the last one, I'm going to be really annoyed. Right. Good, good, good. Yes, we are. So let's pray that I do not die on the screen after this, having just proclaimed that. Right, rush this section as fast as you can. I'm hoping to somewhat cheese it by going this quick. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do it. I think I am. And look, I can actually beat the kid round. So he does not put the blocks there. I might try and show because I kind of cheese that. I'll go ahead and show that just in case you're not that quick. So I don't find this too difficult anyway. So you need to be reasonably quick though, still. So I'll go a little bit slower. This is probably going to take me ages now to redo, isn't it? And I'm going to regret doing this entirely. Having demonstrated some pretty awesome skills to actually get that done without the need to do this, but oh well. Yeah, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'm so going to regret this. Yeah, if you mess up that cliff jump, and again, cliff jump too much at the beginning, then yeah, you're not gonna get there in time. In fact, case in point, this might be a good time to demonstrate it. So, yeah. So what you, in theory, are supposed to do... Oh, come on! Thank you. Right, let's actually do this time. Right, so... is push the block to the left over here, so you've got something to stand on. And then get up. But obviously you now notice that the shortcut I took I can no longer take because the spike's there. And the kid put an extra spike there. And he also got rid of some of these blocks here. So, yeah. But the way I did it the first time is, with going super quick, I actually disregard all that. I can actually get by before he blocks the path and have to do all that. So, yeah, it becomes a lot easier. So, yeah, 2 ways of doing it depending how quick you are. But you still have to be reasonably quick in order to push that block to the left so it doesn't disappear off screen. Please don't die on this screen. There would be a wuss save on this screen, just before those spikes, by the way. Obviously, I'm not playing on medium, so I don't get it, but yeah. Thankfully, I didn't screw up that screen. There really is nothing to it, so... But yeah, having proclaimed that I didn't think it was anything, I was just so nervous that that was going to be the screw-up. And we get an item. It is a crystal ball. And... Nope, that one. And I am going to equip it. And I'm going to save, and that brings us to the pre-final boss. But I've been going about 25 minutes, so yeah, this is probably a good place to leave that. And I shall kick off with the pre-final boss next time. Oh, by the way, do not activate the teleporter there. This one, this blue one over here. It doesn't really work the same way as it does with the ones in the main planets. If you activate that and go back to the hub world, you will go back to the beginning. There is no opportunity to teleport back to this area. So if you're thinking, oh, I'll activate that teleport, I go back to the hub world and everything like that. For the love of God, don't find a save point and accidentally hit it or anything. You will end up screwed. If you do, you'll have to do the entire of that area all over again. Yeah, not fun. But yeah, with that piece of advice out of the way, this really is it for this part. And yeah, I will kick off next time we'll be doing the pre-final boss. Hope to see you then. Cheerio.